chess set around here if you ever want to play.
Excuse me. I don't suppose you know where our I'm sorry. I didn't. I'm very busy. Aren't you a dear? Many of the work. Bless your heart.
How would things be different with a normal family?
The neon lights, forbidden delights, come have it all right here in Atlantic City.
Hey, you got a great voice, lady. Wish I could stay awake to hear it.
Excuse me? Just who do you think you're speaking to?
Oh, shut it, Connie. You're always starting crap.
I got the right to say what I mean. Your fancy jazz is putting me to sleep.
Really? No, I don't know what indignities you and Miss Country Thrift Store are forced to survive out here.
Hey, I scavenged these threads from Charleston landfill, fair and square.
You're living in a bubble, lady. The wasteland ain't no pre-war nightclub.
Get out of my club! Get out! Out!
Whoa, jeez Louise. You don't have to tell me twice.
By the way, your singing sucks anyway.
Ah! The nerve!
Well, that was embarrassing. Welcome to the Rose Room. Anything to drink? I apologize on behalf of my mother. We'll have enough trouble getting people in here without... Which is... Anything to drink? Yeah, well, I've got more of them than I'd like. Sorry, it's not your job to hear me complain. It's your job to relax, have a drink, and enjoy the music. So, what can I help you
What about me, huh? Condemned to death by the stupidity of others. It was simple. Wait for all the Russos to be in the room together. Shoot on my signal. Couldn't follow. Almost makes me happy to be put out of my freaking misery. Wouldn't you like to know?
Whoever it was, they're wasting their time sending you all this way.
Hey, I told them the same thing, lady. Starting to think they wanted to get rid of me, too.
Vincenzo, what did you do?
What? Really? You of all people are gonna point your finger at me?
Guess every one of you nutsos has a reason to be afraid of payback from Atlantic City. Sleep tight, Russos. I may not be the last to come for you.
Just nonsense is all it is. We can't let them scare us.
We don't know who they are to begin with.
Oh, don't act like you're above all this. For all we know, someone at City Hall has it out for you.
I can't even begin to tell you how little you know about me and City... Shit, Abby, are you okay?
Cold. Get away from me. They know. I thought I covered my tracks.
What are you talking about?
She's got the shakes. Could...
You're my own mom. Don't...
Crap.
Those who fancy themselves part of the Atlantic City high life have access to a special intoxicant. They drink the devil's blood. I should have paid more attention. Must be the stress of the move got to her.
You say that now? All of this was your idea.
Is that really how you feel, Vincenzo?
Yes, it is 100% absolutely how I feel.
After everything I've done for us, everything I've sacrificed. Unbelievable.
Crap. I think I went too far. Sorry about all this. I was right.
They're gonna come for me.
I really appreciate that. Just... please go talk to my mother for me. It was a bad time to set her off. Right now, we just need to figure out how to help Abby. Thank you. I know you'll have...
Where did I screw up? What was that?
Opening night is... I offer drinks, games, music, more excitement and luxury than this dreary mountain range has ever seen. And what do I get? An audience full of hitmen, a strung-out daughter, and an unappreciative son! Just ridiculous! Nothing makes sense anymore!
Must have left something.
Of course he
screw
does.
up?
And I'd like one thing in the last 20 years of my life to count as a success! Is that so much to ask for? Ah, fine. I'll come downstairs and help. The extra moment of peace isn't worth delaying the inevitable. But it's not like I'll be able to do anything anyway. You think I'm not concerned? Let me ask you something. What do you do to de-stress?
Must
Read a
have left
comic?
something.
It's the apocalypse.
screw up?
Maybe you go out and blow some heads off. Whatever it is, it's a distraction. A tool to stay sane under pressure. So don't you dare judge me for keeping my head above water. Much better to complain than to have an emotional breakdown. Do me one favor first. Go upstairs and let my husband Antonio know what's happening. He may not understand, but he should at least be told.
pleasure to meet you. Welcome to the Russo's Haven. How do you like the festivities? Blood of the devil? No, that doesn't sound like something anybody should be drinking. What should you do? About... Hitman? What hitman? Have you been watching too much television? My daughter. Oh, so clever. Yeah.
You're back. Thanks for that. Look, I've done some thinking. Devil's blood is highly addictive, and withdrawal is dangerous. It could even be fatal. We're hundreds of miles away from anyone who knows what to do about this. Doctors here are only going to know about regular chems.
A doctor's not good enough anyway. We need the blood.
Correct. And the only way to get to Atlantic City in a timely fashion is a vertibird.
What was that?
Say, you don't happen to be on good terms with the refuge, do you? That's a boon we really need right now. I need to ask you something crazy. Because you don't really know us, and really, from what you've seen so far, have no reason to trust us. But my sister is in trouble, so I'm going to ask. Could you fly to Atlantic City and bring back a dose of Devil's Blood?
You make the second part of that sound like a simple ask.
I did say it was crazy. It'd be a bad idea for any of us to go back there right now.
They're gonna come for me.
If newcomers like us could even negotiate a flight in the first place. You're not joking, right? Oh, you can pull this off. Please, just let us know as soon as possible if anything goes wrong. I'll do whatever I can for her in the meantime.
Where did I stop? What was that?
Why don't you have a drink? Consequences of indulgence. I suppose your charity doesn't extend to dirty junkies. Is that it?
I deeply apologize for the commotion, darling. We do strive to make every visit to the White Spring a pleasant one.
Finally, you've arrived. I was resigned to having to convince this lunatic that my daughter is...
Do you... Ah, wonderful.
I believe an apology.
Apologies are ordered to those who deserve them. Nonetheless, it behooves, perhaps. In that case, you will be happy to hear that the leaders of Atlantic City are sponsoring travel for visitors. You might speak to Mr. Jeremiah Hopkins about it, if you haven't already. He has a booth out in the common area beside the stage. So long as you're willing to provide assistance to the locals during your travels, you may fly to Atlantic City whenever you'd like.
Incredible. Was that so difficult?
You're graciously welcome for the flight, Mrs. Russo. Now I'm afraid I have other duties to attend to. Lennox shall be happy to board you once your preparations are complete. Excuse me.
It baffles me how you're able to deal with that person. I mean, where are they from? The 17th century? Oh, you were you? And what was I supposed to do? Just leave my daughter's fate in the hands of some stranger hundreds of miles away? For all I know, you might throw back the blood at your first opportunity. Then you'll find yourself splayed out naked on the boardwalk 2 days later, choking on your own vomit. I suppose the showman would dispose of you before letting you bare your cheeks on their turf. And then where would that leave me? And Abigail? Wonderful. I'll be having a drink at the bar until our departure. I'll need it to get me through that dreadful flight.
Excuse me! Sorry to interrupt you. I just heard you were going to Atlantic City and it's not safe there. There's a monster. I saw it. People keep going missing. That's why I left.
You're not mouthing off about some Jersey devil. My parents told me that story when I was a child to scare me into submission. Well, it didn't work. And no Jersey devil has snatched me from my bed.
It's real, I swear! They're siphoning its blood and turning it into a drug. That's why it's so angry now.
Marketing tactics. What would you name a chem that's supposed to be the ultimate temptation? Would you call it innocent angel milk? Siphoning blood. No sensible business person would put in all that effort, even if the Jersey Devil was real.
Loud tourists, low-tier entertainers, showgoers on their way home from the pier. The devil swoops down from the sky and swallows them whole.
The perfect cover story to disappear anyone inconvenient. That devil almost got me too! Oh, good thing I fled to the mountains!
At least I warned you. Keep your eyes on...
Oh, did it always smell like this? You would think in a city, people could find a civilized place to relieve themselves. Oh. Very funny. There's more chance to see a pirate ship flying over this city than some kind of... The best bet I can give you is a fellow named Stanley Soriano. He spends all his free time at the High Rollers Lounge in the Neapolitan Casino. Stan is a weak link. Make him feel important, and he'll serve up practically anything on a silver platter.
I won't let them get their mitts on you.
Don't wait up for me. Or actually, do. One should always have an escape plan.
Like some old farmer's gonna whack it, but... as I get my cut. My pa was a made man.
Apocalypse out there, paradise in here. Well, close enough. What's poppin'?
Don't ask me for directions. I'm not from around here. How's your luck? I haven't hit the jackpot yet.
Losing Antonio was a big hit to the family. Oh, I can't believe that rat
Heard
ran out.
some gunshots earlier.
You're not a high roller. So
I
the
gotta
High
tell
Rollers
Joey
Lounge
about the
has an
basement and the
exclusive
Apollo.
entry
The
policy.
overgrown are getting in again.
I could double and triple. Sure you are. We ain't afraid to clean more bloodstains from the carpet.
I gotta tell Joey to plug up the basement and then the Apollo.
Royal flush again? You must have the angels on your side, my friend.
You mean you don't see it, Stan? He's playing. Ain't nobody got that kind of luck.
Oh, come on. You know I'd never play you, Stan. You're the man. You know, what I love most about you, Stan, how much faith you put in your friends.
This is ludicrous.
Oh, now what you gonna do that for? You really think he was playing me?
Come on, Stan. 3 royal flushes in a row? You grab that cash and take care of your family. I'm headed out.
You looking at something? Always a shame when you think someone's got your back and turns out they're just playing you. But hey, crazy things happen all the time. Just last week, someone was saying that special chips worth double, but they looked exactly the same. Now, what was the deal with that, huh? At least put some gold flecks on them or something.
Losing Antonio was a big hit to the family.
Whoa there!
That rat ran
Now,
out.
I can hook you up with all kinds of camps. But as for the blood, what makes you think a nobody like you should get access to Atlantic City's most sought-after camp?
My pa was a made man, and his pa before him, and his pa before him. And,
Well, since you're so keen on helping Stan, maybe there is something you could do for me. You know why I spend my time in the High Rollers Lounge? Ambition. My fortune's waiting in these walls. I'll give you a chance to help me find it. Take some of my caps and bet them at my lucky slot machine. This is a daily ritual, you see. A crucial one. But it takes me away from my place here at the lounge. That you will. And really think about what you're doing, huh? The significance of it. They let you in to see me, did they?
Happening place in AC. Why those munis want to stay in their gross little hovel is beyond me.
Do you know if it's... Still can't believe that show. So barbaric. Can't believe that show last night.
This is the most happening place in AC. Why those
So, how'd it go? Come on! Tell me I hit the jackpot! What? Tampered with? You mean all those years? All those cats? How could this be? Looks like I may need to find a different lucky slot. I've seen other ones with screwdrivers in them. I got a good feeling about those ones. See, it's like someone's trying to ward people off of them. Keep away from the winners. You taking notes? Nah, thanks for the assistance. Playing even a small part in Stan's grand ambitions is something, and I'd say it makes you ready for a taste of the best our city has. But first, you'll provide service for the family, and you'll be rewarded. Cross the family, and you end up on our hit list. See, a young showman known as Zade stole some blood from our stores a few nights back. He's got a show on tonight. And those who don't respect our rules don't get to live freely. You want the blood? Then that show don't go smoothly. And Zade gets the message to never even dream about stealing from us again. Sounds like we have an understanding. Now listen carefully. You're gonna have to get backstage somehow. Maybe by posing as a cast member. That's your best shot at getting access to Zade. Once you've got an opportunity, it's up to you how you want to deal with him. I'll meet you outside after the show. Don't disappoint me. Capiche?
Big hit to the family. Can't believe that rat ran out.
My pa was a made man. And his pa before him. And his pa before him. And,
Apocalypse out there. Down to the pier and catch a show. Lots of shoots.
Dreaming of anything today?
Ah, I see that look in your eye.
Welcome, well, tonight as our lucky 13th customer, you will get all of that and more for free. Congratulations. That it is! Opening night for our shining young star! Please head straight inside to the stage and take care not to enter restricted areas. We may be a bit late tonight, as we are still away. The show simply cannot start. Please enjoy the show.
got a flower for you.
Won't you be my friend forever? Just can't wait to make everyone laugh.
Waiting around will be the death of me.
Dibbles? Is that finally you? Late on opening night? Who hired you? Was it me? We'll be served on a plate. Oh, get to the stage already! Not just a show, a masterpiece.
It's the soul that's oversized, not the show.
But the face have satiated my appetite.
That looks like it hurt. We'll be passing out warm towels to wipe any blood off. Let's give it up for our star clown!
Waiting around will be the death of me. Surprise! I'm your new best friend.
Oh, I love company.
You? What are you doing here? You followed me, didn't you? You better help you? I have enough to worry about. You weren't supposed to know about all this. But there's no avoiding it now. I used to be the star around here. I deserve to have it back. That's Backstage is mine. I'm taking it from this up-and-coming nobody to remind this city exactly what they lost. Or at least, that was my plan. You being here really puts a damper on things. Then you understand why I have to do this. Nonsense. They were always complaining about me, calling me a diva. Vincenzo would tell me to get out of the way so he could do things properly. I'm nothing but a failure to them. They have no appreciation. Family. But I suppose that's no reason to stop trying, is it?
Is that Evelyn Russo? The disgrace? Oh! Mother has to hear about this! She's gonna send the whole city after you!
Wait! Come back here, you pathetic nobody! Well, I don't have much time before every showman on... But before I go, the least I can do is help you. Yes, they put me on their godforsaken hit list after my act went awry. They can't have anyone besmirching the showman's food. So, anyone who is disgraced in the eyes... So, it's dirty. Now, the final act of this little show involves the star clown. There's an obvious option there if bloodshed doesn't make you, queasy. But we do know the showmen take cheating very seriously. Puts a sour taste in my mouth. I'll leave the job to you.
A night of heart-throbbing classics. Where would we be without them? For hundreds of years, art has risked heart and soul, life. So I close with one last visceral threat. The curve of blade to neck. Tantalizingly close. Assistant! Master of laughs! Let loose! And don't you dare gut me!
Who is that wearing my oversized shoes? You think just anyone can talk and giggle? You made me a punchline! I'll make you pay with your funny bones!
Unexpected encore! For this impersonating intruder cannot be allowed to leave unpunished. This is now an open fire venue. Proceed calmly to the nearest exit, or grab your gun and join the fun!
I heard the news. Young man went out in a spray of blood. Now that's a finale, if you ask me. As promised, a taste of the devil himself. Now, don't you go black. The Russos are long gone. That is, if they're a... Now, didn't I just say I got it? Even if we did have such a doe snooping around the family, who finally got too damn entitled for... Of course not. We'd have to have a big damn reason to send guys that far away. See, I wouldn't tell you about any of that. And that's why they count on Stan. You understand why. Now don't you forget what Stan did for you.
I caught Sal tampering with the slots.
Think I'll head down to the pier.